Hello. So a few days ago, I was lost in the sea of puppies and food and makeup that my Pinterest is made up of, and I came across these amazing looking Disneyland apple pie caramel apples. I saw them and I immediately thought like, oh my god, I need to try these next time I go to Disneyland. And this blog post that had posted it on Pinterest said that they were sold at Pooh's Corner. Actually, Pooh Corner. It's called Pooh Corner. Interesting choice of a name. I feel like that's something where I would send my dog to go do his business. Anyways, so I make my way to Disneyland to find this magical caramel apple, but spend about 10 years in traffic and another 10 years trying to find parking. Yup, it was not fun. But alas, we finally get there. Cha-ching! And so upon arrival, I make my way to the Pooh Corner. I wouldn't kid you guys, that's really what it's called. Once I get there, of course, I find out that they don't have it. I'm not sure if it's because it's a seasonal thing or because they just ran out, but no apple pie apple. By the way, let's get a close-up in here. $13.99 for a candy apple? What the heck? Anyway, at this point, I'm full of disappointment and despair, but I don't want to give up on it, so I go and look at different locations at Disneyland, even though I know they only have it at the Pooh Corner. But still, no luck anywhere. In a desperate attempt, I even went to go look for it at California Adventure, but zero, zip, zilch, nada. Finally, after all the hopelessness and despair, I decide to comfort myself with ice cream, which I guess did kind of make me feel better. So here we are today. I am still craving these apples and I need to have them, so that's what we're gonna do. I'm following the recipe from the blog post where I first heard about them, and so to make these you are going to need 4 Granny Smith apples, sticks for stabbing, or I mean gently putting within your apple, some caramel because duh, it's a caramel apple, white chocolate, which in a minute you will see can make things go very dark, graham crackers because it can't be apple pie without that graham cracker crisp. I'm not sure why I just said that like Honey Boo Boo. Marshmallows for the Mickey ears, and cinnamon to top it all off with. The recipe also calls for sugar for dusting, but I'm not a big fan of that, so I left it out. The recipe is pretty straightforward and not that difficult to make. You're gonna take your caramels. By the way, how do you say caramel? Because I say it that way, but I hear some people say caramel, I don't know. Let me know in the comment section below. So you take your caramels and you melt them at very, very low heat, slowly and constantly stirring it. And if you think it gets a little too thick, just water it down a bit with about a teaspoon of water. Make sure you have a plate or tray lined with wax paper so that you can sit them on. Once the caramel's all melty, give the apples a dip in there and then wipe any excess caramel off and let them sit in the fridge for at least 2 hours. Once that's happening, take a pack of graham crackers, or about 8 or 9 of them, and take out all your stress and anger out on them in order to make the pizza crust. I mean, pie crust. God, I'm thinking about pizza. Once your apples with caramel are chilled, you are ready to melt the white chocolate and add it. But this is where everything took a really dark turn for me. Apparently you can mess up white chocolate really easily, so I decided to follow the internet's advice, but I ended up with this. You guys have no idea how upset I was. I truly felt like the internet let me down that day. No joke, I had an emotional breakdown and basically looked like this. So after going to the store for more white chocolate and 3 failed attempts, I gave up on the internet and followed the packaging's advice, gradually melting it in the microwave, and it worked. So yep, learn from my mistakes. I feel like I'm always saying this. Jesus. After you've added the white chocolate and it's dried just a bit, you can now add the graham crackers or pie crust to the apple. And then you can add the marshmallows or Mickey ears. Lighting them on fire is totally optional and totally dangerous, but they were toasted in the picture, so I wanted them toasted too. So yeah. Finally, just sprinkle them with cinnamon and sugar if you want to add sugar, which I did not do. And so that was it. My caramel apple pie apples, caramel apples, whatever they're called, sorry guys, I'm really tired, turned out stupid. stupendous, just like I imagined. My brother Alex did give it the taste test and he totally approved, but then again, he knows that if he didn't, he would totally get his ass kicked. I mean, look at the look of fear in those eyes. Thanks guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a big like and subscribe. You have no idea how much it matters to us YouTubers and especially the little ones. Anyways, thanks guys. Bye. Did you subscribe? Okay.